and sit down.
Luke Henry, after kicking Monarch's ass to the depths of space, is back on Earth, and now he's looking to save the world from the Fourth World Foundation. Sure, he had help from Penumbra before, but she's not helping him this time. He's got to face it on his own. Look at these four people. He's coming for a villain known as Adonis. He'll do it. You'll be there. Back it now. First Man 2, Learning Curve.
You can't see me. I'm back in black. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't know all the words of that song, but I'm back. Hello, everybody. I was at Fayetteville Comiccon over the weekend. Thank you all for joining me on this wonderful Monday morning. Let's say hi to everybody in the old chatty chat. Devil Flyer, hello. Stat Zero, he's been relaxing, left the fridge open to keep the room cool. I hear that. I actually had to turn the little heat on up in my office this morning. A little chilly. Little chill in the air. Hyper Kaiju, hello. Ronald Shaw, good to see you. And of course, AJ Tom in his house. JP Roca. Nicholas Gear, hello to you. What is up, everybody? Oh, I missed you guys too. Better through the all-important link up there. First timers, get you a copy of First Man 2 Learning Curve. Yes, we are $17 away from 36,000. So please get up there and back it now if you haven't backed it yet. I am back in the saddle again. Back in the saddle again. That is not how that goes either. Yeah, so I was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's only what is it, 2.5 hour drive from me, so not too bad. I left on Friday, got there on Friday night, met up with Mr. Dan Farraga, boom, Couch Doodles, and his daughter that he brought along, his little Lily Bell, and we went out to Carrabba's for dinner. That's one of her favorite restaurants. So because we're both awesome dads, we said, you pick the place. And that's what she picked. So we went there for dinner. Had a good dinner. Had a fun time catching up and stuff. And, you know, did our, I am feeling my singing oats Devil Flyer. And then, you know, Friday night, if you tuned in for Fragtober, I was on the show. And it started off in Dan's room where I was kind of creeping behind him in the shadows. It's because the lighting in hotel rooms are always dark. And then I ran down to my room where I had my camera set up. And the sketch of the night was Creeper. So I banged out a Creeper in 45 minutes. Oh, AJ, that is so hurtful. If she would have picked Steak and Shake, I would have been in love. I love that place. So yeah, so I did the Creeper and did it in 45 minutes. And, you know, it was fun. It was difficult because I'm not used to drawing on a flat surface. I usually have an angled board. And the way I had to set the camera up and stuff, that just wasn't going to happen. So flat surface, it was okay. I did not take a picture of it. I totally forgot to do that. And then I sold it over the weekend at the show to to a fan, to a fellow CG fan that came up. A few CG fans came up, got to meet Southern Cecil. He came to the show. Didn't know he lived close. That's all I'll say. No doxing here. So got to meet Southern Cecil from the chat. A couple other guys. I know their names. I cannot remember their screen names. And I'm not about to say their real names because if people want to do that, they can do that themselves. Good day, Bisco. How are you? So that was fun. Sat next to Fraga. Nice surprise when we got there. We had, they gave us these nice booth space. And what's AJ saying? AJ saying, I don't want to hear any more nonsense about how you're slow. You turned out a full body character in 45 minutes. That was righteous. I am slow. I'm slow. Oh, go to Dan's stream and screenshot it if you want an image. That is a great idea. I should do that. Won't be a very nice scan, but it'll be close enough. So yeah, I should, because I did hold it up to the camera. Thank you, JP, for that suggestion. They made up, and if you go to Twitter, I tweeted it out. They made up these huge banners for us for the convention. Big, they said they wanted a headshot. So I was like, oh, I guess for promotional on the web. Oh no, they blew that up big on a banner. They put up this is funny. I wish I would have known they were doing that, because if I would have known, I could have sent them a couple images to use on the banner. Because they also, I brought my big pop-up banner of Penumbra, and I pulled that up. And the reason I did, I normally wouldn't have, but the reason I did is because the two cover images they used for me, I didn't have any part of. The banners were nice. They were very nice. AJ says that I get to bring it home. You know what? I didn't even think about asking. I probably could have, because they had dates on it for, the weekend in 2021. So it's not like they can reuse it. Yes, the banners were nice. So go check that out on Twitter. So they used the Blade cover that Bart drew from a trade paperback that had my work in it. So that's cool. And then they used the one book that I did like 6 or 7 pages in the late 90s was an issue of Cable. And I've told the story before. I probably have photocopies somewhere of the pages that I did, because I did the pencil and inks. But then what happened is, when I sent the pencils and inks up to Marvel, Stephen Platt did the other art in the book. And I like Platt's stuff, but Platt and I don't draw anything alike. Platt does a lot more rendering and stuff than I do. So I guess they thought, oh, this is really different than what Stephen does. I know. Let's give the art to the guys in the production department and tell them to add lots of line work to it. So I don't know who it was, and they were just doing their job. So no hard feelings against whoever was in the production department that did it. But they added a lot of ink line work to my art that I didn't draw. And usually when you do art corrections in the art department, it's done on paste ups. So then the artist can get it back and kind of gently peel those off and retain their art. But they weren't. They were done on their originals. So this is the first job in my history that I've only ever done this with. When I got the original art back, since it wasn't done on paste ups, it was done on my originals. I tore those pages up and immediately threw them in the trash. So those original pages do not exist anywhere. It's been about 23 years, 24 years. And I still do not regret doing that, because they just butchered what I did. What's up, Fragaboom? You were driving back. Yes, you are. I kind of figured you were. So yeah, so I ripped up those pages of Cable art, because they, whoever added all the line work did an awful job. And it totally pissed me off, because one, when they hired me, they could have said, hey, you know what? Could you try to match what Stephen Platt's doing? And I would have been like, sure, I can do that. And I would have done a hell of a job at trying to mimic what Platt did. And it would have been fun. But they didn't say that. They said, just do what you do, because we need the job quick. Well, they didn't need it so quick that they couldn't spend the time in the art department to have somebody butcher it the way they did. So yeah, I tore all those original art pages up and threw them in the can. So they had that cover up. Now, I didn't draw that cover either. In fact, neither did Stephen Platt. Ladron did. And it was a cool cover, but, you know, I really, hopefully next year if I do the show, because I told them I had a great time and I'd come back. So if they invite me back, if they're going to do a banner like that, hopefully I can submit art that I did. And I would submit a few pieces for them to choose from that they could put up. Obviously, I would submit First Man pieces, covers that they could put up. Anyhow, that's no big deal. So I put my Penumbra banner up. So you saw Penumbra on the right. You saw my smiling face and my name on the left. It all worked out good. I picked up a few books from the show, so I thought I'd do a little show and tell. I'll save the best for last. I got some dollar books. Where's the... Oh, wait. Oh, it's in my bag still. Give me a second. Let's do a commercial break as I get the one book out of my bag that I want to show you guys. So here is the quick commercial break. Booyah! Commercial break over. Thank you, Hyper Kaiju and Stat Zero, for posting those links. All right, now, dollar books. What dollar books did I get? I know you're dying to find out. I got a little Witchblade manga. It is issue number 3. Do I have 1 and 2? No, I don't. But what I do own is the actual trade paperback manga that's in black and white. With the grayscale that I believe this is a reprint of. And this is in color. And I really like the art. I like manga art. One of my favorite manga series is a book called Bastard. I love that guy's artwork. So I picked up a little Witchblade manga. Just look at that. Are you ready for it? Boobages and cleavengers. That's cool. So I had to pick this up. So I did. I got this. Really, really dig it. So I got that. Another dollar book was, well, I got 2. I got World's Best Comics Silver Age in the dollar box for 99 cents. So there you go. This one went up in value a whole penny, but it reprints Justice League of America number 4. And another story that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I love this stuff. And once again, if I had tons of free time, this would be a fun cover to draw in my style, to recreate in my style. So I love this book. Had to get this. And then flip it, because I love flip stuff. Flip Sword of the Atom number 1 by Gil Kane. I had this whole series as a kid. Don't have it anymore. You know, dollar boxes are just treasure hunts of finding cool stuff. And you're like, boom, I remember that. So I picked up a little Gil Kane Sword of the Atom number 1 action to read. Whee! Throw that over there. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll see I did a quick flip, or not a quick flip, but a flip through yesterday. Justin Ward has a question. How do they not consult you before tampering with your art? Yeah, they don't. It's theirs. They can do whatever they want, you know. But once again, like I said, they're supposed to do it on a separate sheet of paper called a paste up, and then you can peel the paste up off. But they didn't. So I did a flip through of this. If you're a Neal Adams fan, Jerry Lewis, The Adventures of Jerry Lewis, this is issue 104. He did 103 and 104, if I remember correctly. And I already own it because I'm a big Neal Adams guy. He did 2 issues of this and 2 issues of The Adventures of Bob Hope. I remember Neal saying he loved these. Look at that. I shoved it back in the bag and the corner's all bent up, so I got to fix that. Neal loved drawing this stuff because he could do it so fast because it was such a simple style. If you know Neal's work, you can definitely see all the Neal goodness inside of this. So yeah, so this was fun stuff. So I got this. So if you're dying to know what Neal Adams Jerry Lewis looks like, this was actually $3. Look, the corner's not bent anymore. This was $3. So the dollar books were the but buy it for $1, pay $25 for Neal to sign it. Exactly. The dollar books were the Witchblade manga, the DC Silver Age reprints, and the Atom. This was $3, but still $3. And I believe I have to look because the one that I do have of this issue, I don't know if it's in the same condition. So whichever one is better condition goes in the box, and whichever one is in worse condition goes on the spin rack. So there's that. This is a book I'm about to show you guys that I already own. It went up in value recently. So basically a decade ago, this was $1 book. Now it's like a $10 book. I did not pay 10 for it. I paid less than that because the dealer was a friend of mine. So he cut me a deal. I already own this book, but it was on my spin rack, all bent to crap. So I figured now that it's actually worth something, I might as well have a nice duplicate copy to put. Iron Man, Amazing Spider-Man annual with the origin of Iron Man 2020. The art on this book is why I originally bought it years ago, because it's drawn by Mark Beecham. Mark, known for his sexy ladies, Beecham, drawn Spider-Man, black costume Spider-Man in Iron Man 2020. The art on this book is fantastic. So I figured, you know what? I'll pick another one up to have that's actually in very nice shape. So who knows? If it continues to go up, awesome. Getting down to the end, I bought another manga book. I have volume 1 of this. I don't have volume 2, but now I have volume 3. So this collects chapters 10 through 16. So before I read this, I need to get volume 2. That's right. I got Batman in the Justice League manga by Shiori Tesha Hiroji. Boy, I butchered that, I'm sure. And this is actually a female creator that did this book. And the first one I got for Christmas a few years ago. And I read it and I was like, that is really cool. And I love seeing mainstream characters drawn by different artists, and especially in the manga style, because manga is not known for superheroes. And I love superheroes and I like manga. So I bought this. So I got to get number 2 before I can read number 3. So I got to get number 2. Oh, looks like my Wi-Fi is not doing great. So that's joyful. Here's what some of the art looks like inside of it. Hopefully, I mean, my Wi-Fi is not doing that great. But anyhow, so I got that. So I got to get volume 2. And then lastly, let me just look on YouTube here to see how bad the video is. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Let me just set my camera up so I can see it. It's not too bad. So last but not least, save the best for last. Fragga Boom, Dan Fragga hooked me up with his book, The Grave by Dan Fragga. I think he said there's only 1,100 of these bad boys. And he hooked me up with one of these. I hooked him up with a copy of Jungle Lords Ultra. So we did a little swap. I'm really looking forward to reading this. The art inside this thing is fantastic. Look at this. Great art by Dan. He wrote it as well. I'm so looking forward to reading this. This is going to be cool. He explained the story. Everything was drawn trading card size. So this is the size in the book. That's the size he drew every panel. He did them on a trading card. So I can't wait to read that. AJ says, Stat Zero first says, The Grave, great stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Did I see the new Batman trailer? I did see the new Batman trailer. I don't hate it and I don't love it. I'll see it. So, you know, did you give, he asked for the clean one. So Mr. Fragaboom wanted the clean one. He does have a lot of kitties running around the house, so don't want them finding that. Moving on, the only drawing I did over the weekend besides that creeper for Fragaboom show, Fragtober, I started a sketch cover of Nexus at a convention. So I'll do this, where I start a sketch cover at a con, and then I just take it with me to the next con. So if it's a little slow, I can finish it. So I had this penciled at a convention, and I took it with me and finished it at this convention. So now I have this one for sale. I just posted it on Facebook, and I actually just got a message back from Mr. Michael Barron himself saying he digs it. Justin says it looked pretty great, except Pattinson's yelling while he bangs the glass window sounded pathetic. Oh, Mike just posted it. Well, there you go. That's awesome. He did send me a message while I was streaming, so I haven't had a chance to read it. I just saw the notification. But yeah, I love Nexus. So there's this. In fact, let's see. Here's a Nexus I did in 2020 that I did rather quick. The original art to this is small. This is only like 4x5. Devil, yeah, Devil, you nailed it. That creeper, I sold it. It did. It paid for my comics and more. So there you go. That creeper did pay for it. Southbound, hello. So here's another Nexus I did last year just for fun. Like I said, this was drawn on like a 4x5 piece of paper. And then let's see. This is a Nexus that I inked over Rob Liefeld for fun. See, I've got a little bit of Nexus here. Did I get the Kelsey Nexus? I have not gotten it yet. I did back it, so I'm anxiously awaiting for it. I cannot wait to get it. I did back it. I know they're going out, being shipped now, so I'm looking forward to it big time. Have I seen the art on Mike's Thin Blue Line? I have. It looks fantastic, dude. I see the inspiration from First Man. Yes, First Man was partly inspired by Nexus. The Geek Avengers in the house. Let me do my movie voice. Out of the skies of the Pacific Northwest comes the Geek Avenger. Anyhow, so this was fun. I inked it over Rob. And then we have an old commission from 13 years ago. Somebody wanted Nexus and what's her face? This is the Legion of Superheroes chick. Damn it. I drew Nexus's I knew I did it wrong on that sketch cover. I drew his quote unquote underwear line wrong. It goes across like that. So you know what? I still have it. I might go in with a little bit of whiteout and fix it, because stuff like that drives me crazy when I don't get it right. So I'll have to definitely go back in and fix that for sure on that sketch cover, because I care. I care. Hello, Comicsgate. Oh, you've had yours for 2 weeks. Well, wow, way to rub it in. I'll have to ask Mike where it's at. So anyhow, that is my convention stuff right there. There you have it. Looks like a Karen version of Starfire. Fix it. I will fix it. In fact, I'll fix it so I don't have to rescan it by fixing it in Photoshop and then fixing it on their original. Hello, I'm back. So, darn, I can't believe I did that. Yep, I'm just looking through. Actually, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe I'll fix it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow, let's talk about, I saw this cover over the weekend flying around Twitter, and I got to say, I was just kind of like, what in the, and here, let's solo layout this. Actually, let's make it, let's go bigger. This is a cover for, I guess, an issue of Superman. Give me a damn break. What? DC Comics. Agenda. We don't do agenda. Agenda. We don't push agenda. We're not about propaganda. We're just about good superhero comics. Give me a freaking break. I mean, come on. This is not a book I would have picked up as a kid. I'm sorry. The Aquaman and Robin covers are also garbage. I haven't seen those. Are they coming out the same month, I assume you're saying? I assume they're coming out the same month. I have not seen those yet. But I mean, come on. What happened to the good, fun superhero covers of the day battling the villain? You know, I've always said that instead of seeing covers with pinups, which I like pinup covers, and, you know, I do variant covers. My cover for First Man is the story cover. So you look at it, you get a sense of the story to grab you and want to pull you into the book, because that's what a cover is supposed to do. A comic book cover is supposed to make you go, damn, what happens inside this book? I got to get it. And then I have my buddy Bart Sears do the variant cover, and I say, dude, just go to town, do a cool pinup. So Bart does the pinup cover. This is a story cover. I like story covers, but for the love of God, school strike for climate. Make Earth cool again. There's no planet B. Climate justice. This is ridiculous. Hey, Superman, how about saying go to school and learn? Don't skip school, but go to school and learn. Yeah, exactly. Who do they expect to read this? Fingers crossed when First Man holds a bake sale to take down the First Man will never do that. They find new and exciting ways to suck. Bet he did bundles first. Got Nexus, no panda. Oh, got it. He probably did. Why are they glorifying this? Billy got in a lot of trouble the last time he tentacles on a cover. Double standard, methinks. This is going to go great, similar to when Superman just walked across America to get yelled at. Oh my God, that Superman walking across America was just blah. Exactly. When do we get the Planned Parenthood cover? What's up, Pastmaster Dan? Hello. Pedro, good morning to you. I really enjoy what you're going to be doing for Black and White, the Black and White Arts Black and White campaign. Anyhow, you know, I know a lot of other guys go on longer about stuff like this. I just think it's dumb. I think it's really dumb because I think it's just single-sided. Look, do I care about the climate? Of course I do. Am I a climate denier? No, not at all. I don't deny that the climate's changing. Hey, Pedro. Oh, wow. Thank you, Andy. Dude, seriously, I'll be honest. I feel bad that, you know, obviously I know your name from Twitter and from the chat and stuff, but I honestly didn't know, you know, you were an artist and stuff. So I apologize for that. And then when Art showed what you did, I was like, good God, that is freaking awesome. Like I said, I'm all about different styles and comics and stuff. And dude, that animated, it's just awesome. The The Earth has a molten core of iron. Stuff happens. Yeah. Superman's belt's atrocious. Looks like he bought it at Claire's. Yeah, that belt's pretty bad. They changed Superman's motto too. Yes, they did. Originally, it went from what was it? Peace, justice, and the American way to peace, justice, and the world way to now peace, whatever, and a better world. Exact. I still got to watch that, by the way. I haven't watched the Chappelle thing yet. It is giving great memes. Oh, I've seen the memes. It is they're fantastic. For sure. They are fantastic memes for sure. So anyhow, you know, I just think stuff like this is dumb. I just think it's dumb. I would have no interest in buying this book and reading this book as a kid. I want to see superheroes do superhero stuff. I buy superhero comics for, oh, that's right, truth, justice, and the American way. Then it went to truth, justice, and what? The world way or some crap. And now it's truth, justice, and a better world. Oh, no, it's truth, justice, and the American way, for the love of God. Pedro says, for the record, your dynamic comics books was a huge influence when I was in animation school. Dude, thank you so much. What school did you go to? Let me know. They lost the trademark on Truth, Justice, and American Way in 2006 or so. Oh, really? But they changed it from the American Way after that, I thought. I don't know. I tagged you on Twitter with the other covers. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, this is just dumb. Like I said, it's just dumb. I'm sorry. It's stupid. DC, this is stupid. Sell comic books. Sell comic books to the masses. Sell comic books that kids can buy, that late teens can buy. When I say kids, I'm always talking like 10 years old and up. Sell comic books that teenagers want to buy, that young adults want to buy, and that adults my age can still enjoy. You saw what I bought at the convention over the weekend. That was all old school stuff, because that's where I get my fix these days, is with old school stuff. I still buy some new comics. Don't get me wrong. I bought Immortal Hulk 750 or issue 50 of Immortal Hulk because it ends the run. I don't have all 50 issues. In fact, I got on that train late. I bought the first trade paperback and read it and was like, oh, that's really cool. Then I bought like trade paperback 5 or 6 because they're nice little chunk story arcs. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. So then I picked up the last story arc. I think it started in Immortal Hulk 45 or 46. It was like, oh, this is really cool. It's a part 1. And it ended obviously with issue 50. So I bought issue 50. I actually read it in my hotel room Saturday night. Thought it was really cool. That's the comics I want to see. I don't want to be preached to in my comics about SJW crap and climate change and stuff like that. Is climate change happening? Sure. Am I scared to death over it? Not in the least. Because guess what? The climate changes. It goes up and down. Look at the timelines of things. So anyhow, that's my little rant on that. Hello, I'm back. I was once wondering, once DC got bought, whether this nonsense would stop. Apparently not. Oh, no. Let me, oh, Pedro says you went to Van Arts in Vancouver. Oh, that's cool. I hope it was a good school. I love hearing about other schools, by the way. Let me see. I brought up that issue of Cable. Let me see something real quick here. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick online. If I can find it online, I will, and I'm going to preview it first, of course. And if I'm not totally offended by the art like I was, because that is a book that I will sign for anybody, of course. I will sign anybody's comic that they bring up to me at a con. And generally, if there's a story behind the comic, I tell the story behind the comic. Why am I not drawing First Man? Would you like to come on the show, Dennis? I can send you a link, or actually, you don't even need a link. Come on the show if you would like, Dennis. because I have to take Courtney to work here in a little bit. So I figured I would do this before I take Courtney to work. But Dennis, if you're at home and you want to pop one in, pop one in. Let me see if I can find this cable issue. It is not this one. Nope, that's not it. Maybe it's this one. There's Dennis. Well, hello, Dennis Turner.
Well, word. Boy, I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know. Here, hold on. What do you think of this? Have you seen it?
Not this particular shot. I did see that they were taking the American out of the American way out, which just sent me gagging.
This is a cover.
Ugh.
Can you read the signs? Would you like me to blow them up?
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's like X-Men Green.
But I mean, who is buying this, right? I mean, honestly, before you came on, you might have heard my little rant. Comics, superhero comics. If you're mainstream superhero, they should be more. And this is what I try to do with First Man. They should be able to be read by 10-year-olds, mid-teen, late-teen, early 20s, 40s. It's escapism. In fact, one of the best parts of the show over the weekend, I'm so glad I remembered this, was talking to Jim Shooter. I talked to Jim Shooter for about an hour. And then we had a private meet and greet with some fans. And Jim Shooter was like, comics aren't the place for propaganda and agenda. They're not. They're escapism. And that's what
Correct.
They should be.
Correct. You know, it was a bittersweet 10 days I was away. The good thing is, I didn't see hardly any of this because I kind of unplugged. It was a big family issue, and I got to spend time with family. And the moment I get back, I kind of plug in, and this is what I get hit with. Is the SJW Superman activist going to age well? Owners might have to pay attention to. There's none of this that's going to age well. I actually had a friend of mine come over last night late and bring over some books for me to buy. And needless to say, I am getting so close to being done with all Marvel and DC stuff all together, including the X-Men. This is just garbage they're putting out, and they don't care. This is purely propaganda and agenda. There are many independent books out there that are putting out great reads. So you know what? I'll go ahead and do that. That's kind of my thought on it. Nobody's buying this stuff. I mean, I was gone and I walked in and I picked up my comics last night, and the rack was really full of Marvel and DC books, and the open holes, a lot of them were the independent stuff. Granted, they don't order as many, but I think we're going to see a shift, and that's why we're seeing manga really jump it up.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. All right, I'm not showing this. I just can't do it. I found the cable stuff I was talking about that they had somebody in the bullpen go in and do the draw over stuff or not draw over, but the re-inking over my work. And the Stephen Platt drew most of the book. I drew, as I'm looking at it, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not even. I drew 1, 2, 3. I drew 3 pages in the book, and that was it. And they had another artist who was credited in the book who actually inked me over full pencils of mine on an issue of Green Lantern.
Show it.
Show it. Fine, I'll show it. Pressure, peer pressure. So we'll start with the Platt page, and then we'll get to mine here. Let's add to the stream. So this is Stephen Platt. What's up, Adams? So many good older books I've never read. Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And honestly, I bought some books from my buddy last night, and they were all older books. I've got them sitting over at my desk, and he wanted to know if I wanted to even look at the new stuff. And I'm like, nope. Give me old Thor. I got the 5th appearance of Thor. I've got the first appearance of the Destroyer. I got some good books because I would much rather read any of those than the garbage they're putting out right now. Yep.
There's a comment for you.
Which one?
I just put it's on the screen.
Oh, if Dennis, yeah, Hyperkaju's right, and I am getting really close. This stuff is just bad, and mark my word, this isn't hyperbole, or hyperbole, as some people say.
Hyperbole.
If I leave the X books, it'll be permanent. I will never come back. This will be the final straw. Whereas, I got contacted by one of the authors from Small Press of a guy, one of the little books I did a quick flip of. I can't get a hold of #1. He's going to send a #1 just so we can read it and review it if we want to. These Small Press guys are working really hard to put out good quality books. They care about what we say and our opinions, unlike Marvel and DC right now.
Yep. All right, so here is this is cable number 63. This is obviously Stephen Platt. I could have easily have done rendering and line work like this in the inks if they asked me to. And then we have another Stephen Platt, and then we finally get to my first page. Now, remember, I had to do pencil and inks on this stuff. It's only 3 pages. Actually, it's 4. I did the last page of the book too, but I guess Platt did it as well. So they went with Stephen Platt's last page, which is fine. So I might actually still have the very last page of the book. I don't think so, though, because I think, I sent them all up, and I think they all got reworked over. I don't have scans of this stuff. I only have photocopies somewhere of what it originally looked like. But anyhow, I had to take shortcuts drawing the book, because drawing these 4 pages, because I had to get done pretty quickly. But I tried to do a nice big shot of Cable right here. And, tried to do a nice big shot of Cable right here. A lot of the line work you see, I did not do. And, I haven't looked at this in a long time. So actually looking back on it, it's not nearly as sad as I thought it was. But I'm still not thrilled. I still don't care that I ripped the pages up and threw them away. That's just, that's the way I felt. But I do like my Cable, just the not the rendering, but the actual drawing, the beefiness. These 4 pages, exactly. Read Pirate Queen and back, yeah, that's true. So anyhow, so this is 1 page, like this face, a Cable right here with this shadow cast on his face. I didn't draw that shadow. Whatever. It is what it is. It was 24 years ago, and then Cable, blasting shards at it. Or no, Strife. Sorry, that's Strife. Cable puts up a force field, and he's going to come at Strife, I guess. I don't remember the exact story. This dude tries to stop him. Maybe this is, I don't know who this guy is, but Cable throws him off. He's like, get out of here. And then Cable comes at Strife, chokes him out. It was fun to draw. I've got my photocopies, like I said, somewhere of what I actually did. If I ever really cared enough, I could take those photocopies, I guess, and blue line them back to what they originally looked like. But I won't do that. And then I originally did draw the last page, but you know, they had Platt draw it as well, so they used his, which makes sense. I mean, he did draw the butt, but he did draw the book. The butt. So there you go. Let's see. Let me look here. AJ says, my eyes, I can see that Andy Smith is in there, but whoever did that noodled the S out of it. They did. That's just it. I don't do that much noodling. Even at the time, so I was drawing in more of a cartoony style at the time, but I still didn't do this much rendering at all. So it was, you know, it was disheartening, but you know, what are you going to do? Once again, if they would have asked me to draw in a Stephen Platt style, I could have easily. So Pop Culture Avenger in the house. Hello. So there's that. Let's remove it. Guys, I got to roll because my kid does have to go to work. So thank you for joining us. Dennis, thank you for popping in. Stay on after because I was going to call you anyhow. So I can at least just chat with you this way.
You know what? And I'll bring my pickup books on our show on Wednesday and show everybody the real good classic books that are worth buying.
Dennis, so real quick, I'll show you real quick. I picked up this. I already have it.
Oh,
but it's Neil Adams. Neil Adams, though. I already have both issues, but it was $3. So I'm going to take the worst out of the two and put it up on my spin rack.
Yep.
And then I told you I already had this book, but it was on my spin rack, and now it's going up in value. So it's not in great shape. So I rebought it in nice shape. So now I have two.
Nice.
There you go.
I'll get to see it.
And once again, First Man Volume 2, please back it now. $17 away from $36,000. So you can make that happen by just going and getting yourself a nice T-shirt, for instance. Get yourself a nice shirt. That'll make it happen. Get yourself, and it's a one-of-kind shirt. Get yourself Volume 2 and my black book, The Art of Andy Smith, 112-page hardcover, 30-year retrospective, basically. So you can do those two things to get the book and push it over the 36. And First Man does stand for truth, justice, and the American way. So there you have it. Yes, I will be on the Kings tonight. You damn right. Thank you, Stat Zero, for dropping the link. And I will see you guys tomorrow with, I know lots of people like the work I did on Exo Man of War. That was done before I made scans of work. So all I have are photocopies that I don't have scanned, but I was commissioned. I think I told you this, Dennis. You might have seen this stuff. I was commissioned about 13 years ago, to do a 4-page Exo story where it's an amalgamation of Exo and Thor. So I've got scans of that 4-page story I did for a guy, and I did a faux cover as well that homages a famous Thor cover. I'll just leave it at that. So I'm going to show that 4-page story tomorrow of Thor Exo tomorrow. So there you go. And yes, we are always shooting for 75 and 100. Big time. That's what we're shooting for. So guys, until tomorrow, I mean, you know, I'm always bringing this back.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. Go ahead, go with it. 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 Sexy girl. 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 Go ahead, go with it. Get your sexy on. I'm bringing sexy back.